Good evening, everyone. I just want to hop on real quick and talk about the alleged rumored February Nintendo Direct for the Switch 1. We don't believe there's going to be any news for the Switch 2, and the speculated date so far is on February 5th, which is this Wednesday as of the recording, but who knows, we'll see. And another thing that I won't touch on this video, there will be a Direct, but it'll be the Pokemon Day Direct. Maybe I'll give my thoughts on that in a later video, but right now I just want to focus on this alleged, rumored Switch 1 centric Nintendo Direct. The last time we had a Nintendo Direct, like a full one, was like back in June. We had like a partner showcase, a museum Direct. I think that was pretty much it. Well, obviously the Switch 2 first look trailer, if you can even count that as a Direct. Okay, but so first things first, one of the things that we'll if there is a Direct this month, the thing that we'll see most definitely is a trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition that's slated to come out this March. We're too close to the date in order for it not to be talked about. I actually have not played any of the Xenoblade games. Not sure why. I wasn't turned off by any of it, but just I guess I didn't get into RPGs, like real RPGs, in time for me to hop on the Xenoblade train. Who knows, maybe this will be my first foray into the series, but we'll see. This is a rumor by Nate the Hate, who correctly predicted the revealed date trailer of the Switch 2. He also added that for the Switch 1, there will be a remake of Kirby Planet Robobot, which I did play through and through. I think I even 100%ed it back in the day on the 3DS. It was a fun game. Like, most 2D Kirby games are pretty fun. It's something I'll buy because I know I'll enjoy it. I guess we're skipping over Triple Deluxe, which maybe we'll save it for the Switch 2, like during like an anniversary for Kirby or some shit like that. But yeah, pretty excited to replay Kirby Planet Robobot. As for, most of these Kirby remakes come with like some kind of side story or side quest. We had Magalore's story for Return to Dreamland. We had for Kirby Superstar Ultra, we had those extra modes. Well, this is a DS game, which is like 20 years ago, a remake of a game that's even further back. Yeah, I'm old. So for Kirby Planet Robobot, some people are speculating that we're gonna get a side mission for Susie. Could be like like I mentioned, similar to Magalore's, where it's a prequel to Susie's how she ended up the assistant of the main bad guy. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe hopefully there's like couch co-op for this new Planet Robobot game, buddy. If there is couch co-op, I'm pretty sure your buddy's gonna be like a Waddle Dee or maybe even King DDD. What I hope for is like your buddy being like a second Kirby, and they can both be in like mechs and shit. That would be pretty cool. I really prefer the implementation of the mechs in Kirby Planet Robobot over the mouthful mode in Kirby in Forgotten Land. But yeah, I like them both. Like I said, I've never had a bad Kirby experience, but yep. Let's move on to the next one. As you can tell which game I actually played and which one I haven't. So next up, Metroid. So as you guys know, Metroid Prime got a remaster a few years ago. I think it was last year, and people are speculating that there's going to be a remake of Metroid Prime 2 and Metroid Prime 3, Echoes and Corruption. But before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. But I do speculate that Metroid Prime 4 will be out by the end of the year. It could be a cross-gen release for the Switch 2 and Switch 1. It would be pretty shitty of Nintendo to shaft the Switch 1 owners and not release Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch 1, because it was announced pretty much on day one back in 2017. No, a little bit after that. But as for Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3 remake, I'm not sure if they'll be out before Metroid Prime 4 comes out, because we're too close, and they could always save it for like a later date, like a couple years into the Switch 2's life. Well, they'll have better hardware to play with, and they can keep the Metroid Prime name alive as they start to transition into Metroid Prime 5. Another thing about Metroid is some whispers I heard through the cracks was that there's apparently a 2D Metroid rumored to be announced. I forgot where I heard it, whether it's Twitter or another YouTuber, but I mean, that'd be pretty cool. If anything, I'd be more than happy with them porting the remake of Samus Returns from the 3DS to the Switch 1. I remember back in the day when they first announced it, back in like 2017 or 2018, people were kind of like, I wouldn't say pissed, but they're like, they should have just ported onto the Switch. But I'm guessing they didn't want to just abandon the 3DS's install base, especially since they were still shaky about whether the Switch 1 would be successful or not. And same thing happened with like the original Luigi Mansion remake for the 3DS. A lot of people were saying, myself included, it should have been ported to the Switch instead of 3DS, but like I said, Nintendo was still worried. We didn't know that Switch was going to be like one of the top 3 best-selling consoles of all time, period. Hey, I'm cool with the 2D Metro. I don't think it would be I feel like it would be a remake, like maybe a remake of Metroid Fusion. I don't see a sequel for Metroid Dread being so close to release to Metroid Prime 4. I know some people say those are 2 separate games, one's 3D and one's 2D, but I feel like they would hold on to the Metroid Dread sequel if there is one, like later on, a couple years down the line. Another thing to hold us over for Metroid Prime 5. I think Metroid Prime 4, 5, and 6 will be a trilogy, but who knows. Another thing that's been like rumored for a couple months now, maybe better half of a year, is the Fire Emblem, a Fire Emblem remake for a GBA game it's called Genealogy of the Holy War. The only I'm about to admit something blasphemous, but the only Fire Emblem game that I got remotely into was the mobile game. I know I'm not a real gamer, but a lot of people say if it is a real thing, I really hope it's like the 2D HD type style for that got started with Octopath Traveler. That'd be pretty sweet to see. They should have done that with there was a recent that would have been cool to see. Apparently Mario and Luigi Brothership was supposed to be 2D HD as well. That would have been fucking sick to see. And then I guess an honorable mention, something that everybody predicts for every single Nintendo Direct, is a remake of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess Legend of Zelda. Wind Waker, they already had a remake on the Wii U. Basically, people, when they say remake, they just want that ported over to the Switch and optimized for the Switch controller, since obviously we don't have a gamepad. I'm cool with it. The more the merrier. But as for the likability of it coming out, who knows. But yeah, those are my quick thoughts. Last but not least, Astral Chain 2. Astral Chain 1 came out like in 2018, I believe. It was created by and published by Platinum Games. They've had a lot of like shakeups within the company. There was some internal delays and mix-up in their staff. People left, and then apparently, from what I read, in 2022, Hideo Kojima finally picked up the project and found some third-party outsourcing financing to either restart the project or continue it. But apparently, it's on the horizon. Astral Chain 2. It was a really fun game. I'm halfway through. I haven't finished it, but from what I played, it was really fun. I wasn't bored of it. I just kind of just dropped it. I know, I'm not a real gamer. But yeah, those are my predictions for this alleged, speculated, rumored February Nintendo Switch Direct. Astral Chain 2, Metroid Prime 2 or 3 remaster, 2D Metroid. I think it's going to be a remake of Fusion, if it even exists. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, of course we're going to see it. It's coming out next month. Fire Emblem remake, Genealogy of the Holy War. Kirby Planet Robobot. It's almost as shoo-in as Xenoblade Chronicles, because our prophet, Nate the Hate, said so. His word is gospel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. My quick thoughts on I'm just repeating myself. Have a nice day. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you. Have a nice night.